good evening, and welcome to Peny Radio and Peny GH. Today we're live on YouTube, Peny GH, and we're live on Peny Radio. Wherever you're doing the listening, if you're watching us on YouTube, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. It is Tell Me About It with Esi K. It has been another hectic week, and the weekend has already started. I don't know how your week has been, but this week has been something else. I don't know about you, but truly it has been something else. So for all our listeners and viewers, if you have any comments, you can share with us either on WhatsApp 0543295571, or if you're doing the watching on YouTube, you can share with us in the comment section. It is Tell Me About It. All right. So wherever you are, this is Peny Radio and Peny GH, and it is Tell Me About It with Esi K. Wherever you are, you welcome to today's program. You welcome to today's show. We're ready here at the studios. I don't know if you're ready. Wherever you are, I don't know if you're ready. If you're ready, let's hear from you. 0543295571, or you can send through the comment section on YouTube, Peny GH. Alright, so I have Esi here in the studios, looking all fly. Today is a Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Alright, so it's a good evening and welcome to Peny Radio and Peny GH.
Good evening and thank you for welcoming to Peny Radio and Peny GH.
Great. I think today when it was about 5:50, okay, I was thinking today our viewers and listeners will beat us up. Oh God, the traffic in town is so thick and heavy. I don't know if people are going out to chill. It is Friday, you can't blame anyone, no? Alright, so it is Tell Me About It, and today we're taking it cool, nice and slow. So if you can hear us, why don't you speak to us? Why don't you tell us what you think? Why don't you let us know what you're thinking? Alright, so Esi, it is another wonderful Friday. You know, whether you want to attempt this question or not, you know, I'll ask you. How has your week been like?
How do I describe this week? This hasn't been a normal week. I think it was okay. I can't complain about this week. It's okay.
All right. And so, would you?
Table.
Okay. All right. So just tell me about it with Esi K. This week has been something else. Okay. We all look tired, but it's Friday. Oh God! So it is Friday, and we all look tired already. And today we're going to discuss something very important. So if you're doing the watching on YouTube, you have an idea of what we want to discuss this evening. But if you're doing the listening, I don't know how you guess, but continue guessing, okay? Something good might come out of your guess. Alright, so Esi, it is another wonderful week. Would you mind telling us what we're discussing today?
Well, before I talk about that, I would like to know if our listeners are okay. You know, it has been quite a stressful week, so I just want to ask our listeners, how have you been?
All right.
Yeah.
So how are you wherever you are? How has the week been like? How are you doing? Share with us, okay? You know we're in this together. We're in this together. So share with us. We're telling you we are okay, but it's been hectic. What are you also thinking? Are you feeling same? Share with us, okay? We might be wrong, okay? It could be that it's not it's not same everywhere, okay? So let us know. What are you thinking? How are you? That's the question she asked. How are you today? All right. So I think they'll want to answer the course of the program.
Sure.
All right. So what are we talking about today?
Today we are going to talk about sleep schedules. And when I say sleep schedules, I don't mean sleeping like I'm talking about sleep schedules. We have two types of sleep schedules. That's what we are going to talk about, and then that would be, in fact, that's our main focus for today's topic. I mean, today's discussion.
All right. So we're talking about sleep. Sleep schedules. Anyway, it's very, very important, because some of us, if you ask us, do you have sleep schedules? It will be difficult for us to answer.
I was about to ask you that question. Do you have a sleep schedule?
No, I've seen it on your post on YouTube. You have a sleep schedule. So I'm tempted to answer that. So viewers, you know what that means. What that means is that I'm out of this question. So now the cup is left to you, okay, to wear it. All right. So let us know about this whole thing.
So this particular, when we talk about sleep schedule, someone would be like from 9 to 5 and all that. But we are going to talk about the two categories of sleep schedules. That is the night owls, also known as the late birds, and then the early risers, also known as the larks. So these are the two types of sleep schedules we are going to talk about today.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So two types. Wherever you're doing the watching, have you ever heard of this before? In fact, this is my first time. I don't know if this is my first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Honestly. Oh, I see.
This is my first time. If today is your first time hearing this, would you mind sharing with us? If you know it already, tell us about it. That is why we are here. We want to learn from you in as much as you also learn something from here. All right. Can we pick any of them and move on, or you have anything to share before we delve into it?
I think since some viewers or some listeners wouldn't know about it, I would first try to explain what they are. So when we talk about the night owls or the late birds or those who go to bed, they are basically the people who go to bed late. Okay. They sleep very late in the morning. Some sleep 3, 4, 5 a.m. And then when we talk about the early risers, they go to bed quite early.
Okay.
Somewhere I think 9 a.m. and then they wake up probably at 5 a.m. They are the early risers because they have to wake up early and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, where do you fall? Oh, it's getting interesting. Just by the definition, I think the difficulty is moving away. All right. So, what should we learn from these two types?
Well, for first of all, I'm not saying you should be a night owl or like an early bird or something. I don't believe the fact that you go to sleep early or when you wake up early would mean something extra. But then the most important thing is that you are supposed to sleep within 7 to 9 hours. That is quite important. I know there are some people, in fact, most of us don't sleep with these like during these like 7 to 9 hours, 7 hours. Some get less and less and less, and then there are some people who have medical conditions of like insomnia. They are not even able to sleep at all. So I know that definitely we wouldn't be able. There are some people who may be night owls and then early risers at the same time. Okay. Depending on the environment and then the kind of work that they find themselves in.
Doing. All right. So 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Wow. I wish I had that. It's just this past week that I enjoyed up to 6 hours.
Wow.
If you can hear from my voice, I'm not feeling too well, so I had to sleep a bit early, and I was not lucky. I had to take my drugs around 12.
Oh,
so I had to stay till 12, take the drugs and sleep, and then but
you only tried this week. You only tried to sleep between 7 to 9 hours this week, not like. See?
Yeah, and you know, it has been a good experience when I finally had it.
Oh,
It's good. So I'll see going forward. I think I'll have to stick to that.
It's good.
Yeah. All right. So you need to have between 7 to 9 hours of sleep. If you're hearing this for the first time, write it somewhere. Okay. Tell me about it with Esi K. All right. I think people want to hear more before I allow any of them to come in.
Okay, sure. When you talk about night owls, they were named after the and the animal owl, because they also don't sleep early, so that's why they are called night owls.
Okay.
And then usually those who are night owls are creatives, like entertainers, security guards, doctors, nurses, those with should I say work? Yeah, those who work or those who have careers in an industry that makes them like sleep probably during the day are usually the night owls.
Okay.
But then there are some people who would wish to be night owls, but then because of their working schedules, they wouldn't be able to sleep probably early or late in the night.
Okay.
So the career or the kind of industry you find yourself in is a contribution to the kind of sleep schedule you end up having. So if, for instance, if I'm in an entertainment industry and then I'm supposed to be a creative writer, or I'm supposed to be a producer for something or a show that runs late into the evening, definitely I would have to be up at 9 to work my way out of it.
Sure.
And you realize the students become night owls when it's time for examination.
Yeah, that one automatically you need to.
Yes.
Because you brought it on yourself.
It's during the examination period you realize that like people are really awake and then up in the night, and then they have
All right. So are you a night owl? Wherever you are, let us hear from you. I think I had one interesting comment. Before I switch on, I had one interesting comment, and this is coming from Derek Adu. Derek said, "Oh, my crush." All right, and he said, "Keep going higher." All right, so Derek, which type are you? Are you the night owl? We want to hear from you. I think for the students, there's nothing we can do about. Someone told me that if we are given 10 years. Okay, to prepare for say WASI or BC, if you are given 10 years to prepare, you sleep 9.5 years.
Oh, sure.
And then we use that half year.
I'm no different from. I'm like students. Like definitely, you got to rush through the.
Sure. Paper. So for some people, it is the occupation that pushes them to. But for students. Students bring it on themselves. Okay, so they choose it.
It's by choice, yeah. Very true.
All right. So let us know. Eunice said, "I'm finally here." Eunice, you're welcome. Eunice Cindy, you're welcome. And Derek, you're also welcome. So today we're talking about sleep schedule. Do you have one? Do you know what it is? Tell us about it, okay? We've spoken about one and we've not finished. We're still on it, okay? The night owls. Do you want to tell us more about these people, the night owls?
Sure. Well, there was a research that said the famous night owls included President Obama, and then James Joyce, and then a lot of people: Elvis Presley, Churchill, Adolf Hitler, Charles Darwin. Oh my God, do you know Charles Darwin? This is a man I meet in almost every textbook.
You know, some people are, I don't want to say ambitious, but some people are over ambitious, and any single moment they find themselves, they wake up and realize they're sleeping, they think they can watch something. So I think those people and all these names you are mentioning, if you look at them, no one should tell you
that they would sleep late.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. All right. So if you're not joining us, it is Tell Me About It with Esi K, and today we're talking about sleep schedule.
But do you know of the K-pop industry?
What?
The K-pop industry.
K-pop. Not really.
Not really. Well, their industry is also known for having their artists usually work out through the night, because sometimes you listen to their artists and then because they are creatives and then they have to produce music, they need like a quiet place and then sing. So they have to do their choreography and everything and then sing and then work out a lot during the night.
All right.
Yeah, so they also fall under the entertainment industry. I don't know of our Ghanaian artists if they also work out through the night. I've not really researched on them.
But I think whatever, some of them will, because I don't want to disclose. I used to do I used to do demos. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That was during JHS SHS time. Okay, and before you get access to the demo, you have to run out of school.
Oh.
Where brothers, and you cannot go during
your school has to come for your certificate.
and by the time you go, people are working on, because they are paying the real money.
Exactly.
For you are just going to do some 50 CDs demo, and
then you're done.
So you have to wait till that time of the night. And so I think it will be same for some of the upcoming artists. If
Very
not
true.
that is, and even the established ones, because they'll have to rehearse for events and other things. They
would have to. So,
sure.
So I think being in the entertainment industry itself makes you like one way or the other. You become a 9-to because you have to stay up.
Yeah.
And then work out. Sure.
Yeah. And I think some pastors.
All night.
If not even the all night, and you have to prepare for a day's sermon or something, you still have to.
I think it's something that has been instilled in us since childhood, that you're supposed to sleep or like wake up at dawn to studies for it to like stay. So before you do something the following day, you're expected to probably prepare late into the night so that you wake up stressed. Like you lose your almost like 7 hours. So immediately you're done with whatever you are supposed to do, you realize that, oh yes, now I can like sleep or something. So
you see,
it's we are trained to become early risers, because there's no night school here in Ghana, none that I know of. Majority of the schools, if not all, are like you have to go to school at 7 a.m. And then you have to close probably at 3, or like, and because of COVID some close at 1 now. So you have to close at 3. You do an extra classes, you come home, your parents give you an extra classes teacher, and then the extra classes teacher gives you homework, and then you go home and you have to do your school homework, do your extra classes.
Oh my God! Please, you didn't hear that one. There's this coming from Priscilla said night 04. Night 04. Got that here. All right. So you didn't hear that part, okay? And I think what you're saying is very true. It's very, very true. And it's for the past week, every morning we do the devotion at 6 a.m. But the past week, I was able to do just 2 days. Okay. And it's because I was not feeling well. And I sat and I felt that, so if you want to wake up early, why don't you sleep early? So you've missed these days just because of all these days.
And sometimes you wish you would wake up that late. If we were allowed to have our own schedules, I think people would probably wish to sleep at 3 and then wake up at somewhere 11 or something. But because of the way the thing has been set, you're supposed to be awake by 8 o'clock a.m. or something. So you are forced to sleep early. And then no matter how late you sleep, you're supposed to wake up early, like as of 5, so that you'd be able to hit the road to go to the office. So I feel like it's the structure. And also calm.
All right. And so with this one, I told one guy that if you listen to foreign these motivational speakers, when they are talking about waking up early,
they're getting balmy,
and they will say 7, 6, and if you do not take care, you're in Ghana. The market woman by 4, the market woman is at the market, and you are listening to this motivational speaker. You say, wake up early, 6 and 7. Say,
the funny thing about these things, when I hear a motivational speaker saying that you are supposed to go to sleep, and probably this particular person wakes up, this person you are comparing to has been like a successful now, quote unquote, and then this person has people working under him or her. So the person has the like opportunity or like something to wake up that early to do those exercises, to have those branches. They have the means to do that. But then you're telling me to wake up this particular early, and then if I don't, it's like I'm gosh.
And
what I go
they'll make you feel so useless. That's why
so
I don't
bad,
like.
so bad about yourself, and you listen. I'm not against them. Sometimes, yeah, but like Charlie. What is that?
It's funny. The way some man be I know uses his own to take students' money. I don't want to mention his name, but and whenever my friends go to those meetings and come and they see me lying on my bed, they see me to be some useless boy.
Yeah.
All right, so sorry for that short break. You know how internet connections are like in Ghana. the traffic is not just on our roads, it's also huge on our networks. All right, so we're back. We still on sleep schedules. Share your experience with us wherever you are. Can you share your experience with us? We're still here at the studios, okay? We've not gone anywhere. All right, so do we have more on this? This one?
I want to tell the 9-year-olds out there that it's not wrong for you to be a 9-year-old. It's not wrong for you to want to sleep late into the night, probably at 5. It's not wrong for you to wish like to do that. And then I don't think you should like burn yourself out. Because sometimes you would want to sleep that late. Or sometimes your eye itself doesn't feel like sleep, no matter how hard you try, and then it's into probably 5 a.m. around that time that you'd be able to sleep. When it happens that way, you sometimes beat yourself up because of the motivational speakers, or because of what you've heard, or because of the expectations by society for you to wake up early. So I just want them to know that it's not really wrong for them to probably want to sleep that late. But then if you have work to do the following day, I think you'd have to think twice about wanting to sleep throughout the night. But then if you're unable to think out twice, because there was a research that said that the 9-year-olds have a higher IQ. I was like, whoa. And then they also benefit from ninth strength. If you put a 9-year-old probably in a room with an early riser, he would have that 9 strength to work more or better during the night as compared to. And you don't know what will happen for you. You might need to work in the night. You never know. So it becomes a strength. Since you're able to do that. And then there's also another research that says that people who work in the night appear to be creative. We have our doctors and then our nurses working in the night to save lives. So they're being creative, looking for ways to save the lives of others. We also have our security trying to protect us during the night. We also have like
at night. If you want to sleep very late, it is not wrong, but you need to also consider. Okay, all right. So, but do you have any on this?
I think we've talked much about the 9-year-olds. We should go to the early birds.
All right.
Early to bed. Early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. I think
all right. So all right. So let's talk about these ones too. Let's talk about these ones.
Yes. So when we talk about the early risers, they're also known as the LARKs. LARKS.
Okay.
So the early risers are usually, I think majority of us tend to be early risers because of, like I said, the work.
Yeah.
And then early risers tend to work on the clock 8 to 5 and then 8 hours and then they are done. So there are a lot of work. Those in the construction sites would have to work early, because if you're building late at night, you wouldn't be able to see a lot of things. So you have to work early. And then those in schools, since our schools have been programmed in a way that you're supposed to go to work early, you realize that you wake up at 5 and then poof. You have to be at work probably by 7, and then you have to close at 3. And then I think our companies, like the ministries or whatever, the passport, and then you realize that they all close at like a particular time. So if you want to do something in the night, you ain't gonna get anyone to work it out for you. So
sure.
And a lot of things happen during the day. So I think if you are an early riser, you get to engage or be part of, like, socially you interact with others a lot, because a lot of people are up during the day. A lot of people are going about their businesses and all that. So it'll be quite interesting.
Sure. All right. And I think talking about our ministries, okay. Back then, the stress you go through before getting a passport.
I think the stress is still there.
It's still there.
Oh yeah. It's still there.
I want to renew my passport, okay, and it's still with them. I've not gone for it.
Oh, they have. I don't want to use any word. Let me choose my words very carefully. They tell you that you chose this plan. So let's say express, and express probably you're supposed to get it during like that particular day. You might get it like a week or something later. If you go through the regular plan, they'll tell you, okay, you get it within 3 months. And I think I got mine with like 6 months or like something like. And because we all have this perception that we ain't gonna get it early, we just forget about it. So if you go there and they tell you it's not ready, you just send back. This is what they are going to do. And one thing is, because we are quite okay with the system over here, we know that okay, this is what happens. So so you just realize that you let it go, you go back, and then you go like 1,000 times. That is if you don't need it. But then if you need it, you realize that you'll be so stressed and like worn out.
So they are pushing all of us to be early
risers.
Yeah, early risers, and do you know some parents because of their work, it forces them to wake their kids very early.
Oh yeah.
And it's so some people don't have that privilege.
And then some kids, if their parents have a car, lucky for them, they would have to sleep in their parents' car and then go. But then if their parents do not have a car, they'll walk all the way to like the bus stop to pick a trotro. And then you pick a trotro, you are light, and then they will the bus stop. You get to your destination, you have to walk again. Oh my.
So some people have the chance to choose, others
you don't.
Yeah, you don't. All right. So what do you think about this? I want to take Derek's comment again. Derek said, of late, if you're young and you don't sleep early, your parents tend to think that you are.
Okay. But then I have an article from Fast Company. Say I think they conducted a research as to between the night owl and early risers.
Okay.
And then they found out that larks aren't healthier, wealthier, or wiser. And when I say larks, I mean the early risers.
Okay.
So the fact that you are an early riser does not determine that you are going to be wealthier, healthier, and wiser. Because these motivational speakers, not alone, but then society makes it look like the fact that you wake up early is like a pattern, or as a pattern or whatever it is, makes you a wealthy person, because that is the lifestyle. But then there are some people who may be, it looks like I'm talking against early risers, but then there's some people who may like, what was I even saying? I've lost my train of thoughts.
All right, so Vera Mensah says, "Oh, baby says, love you." All right, so you can be biased. No,
it's because probably I've heard this like early risers thing like for a very long time, and then there are some people who may want or who may sleep in the night who may be better than those who wake up early.
Exactly.
But because of this stereotype, it's a stereotype. Yeah, because of this stereotype, it makes it look like those who sleep late in the night are quite like. How do I put it? Like they're not good or they are bad or something. Yeah. So it looks like I'm talking.
Yeah, in favor
of them. But it's not wrong for you to be an early riser. Like, if you're a morning person, gosh, good for you. Congrats.
All right. So where do you fall? Derek, where do you fall? Eunice, Priscilla, where do you fall? Vera, where do you fall? All right, so it's tell me about it with Esi K, and today we're talking about sleep schedule. Right? Do I think we should talk about
dreams?
All right, then maybe you have to work out something.
Sure, lucid dreams. Dreams.
Yeah. All right, so we're talking about sleep, but in any way, if you do not sleep, that's what I. It's just like the security telling boss me, so that now what on your car, you'll be sleeping too much. All right, so it's tell me about it with Esi K. We're talking about sleep schedules.
But you know that there are some monks. I think there was this book I read, The Monk Who Sold a Ferrari, some time ago. But I don't know if it was based on a true life story. But I've also heard some stories about monks who have strained themselves to the extent that they decide to like sleep or not. So like they sleep 2 hours in a day, or they can go 3 to 4 days without sleep. Like it's all like a willpower. They made it look like, the book made it look like, I kind of agreed, but then they made it look like the way you sleep or the time you sleep, the schedule and everything doesn't matter. It's all like your will to wake up. It's your will to sleep. So it's more like a mindset thing. So sleep is like a mindset. Like, wow.
I think I want to go by that to some extent, because for I don't remember the last time I used the alarm to wake up. It irritates me.
Have you seen my alarm? Is like it's 5:30, 5:45.
So you didn't snooze. Oh my God! So if I say I want to wake up at 4 a.m., I'll wake up.
Oh, good for you.
But if there's any alarm closer, I'll just pick it and I don't know, maybe throw it into the wall or. But if I want to wake up at 4, I'll wake up.
And you realize I will even have an interview the following day. The time that you want to wake up, or if you have a place to go to, which is early, like psychologically, you end up waking up early. That's why I said I agree. Like what the person said. The book, Robin Sharman. I agree to it because it's a mindset.
All right. So it is the mindset. So it. But talking about monks too, that there are some monks because of the way their prayer schedules are. They have to, and for some they'll be there and then they receive a call. We are praying for Monsignor.
Let's meditate, and then they just start and then they cross their hand and then they don't have a choice. Okay, so what do you think about this discussion? Okay, Ms. Akwa said I happen to be both. Yes. Yes.
Is that I happen to be both? All right. I think at a point in time you find yourself somewhere.
It's because of the society and then the way we like things function here. If I have nowhere to go to tomorrow, which is a Saturday, for instance, I would probably sleep around 4 or 5 a.m. because I'll be up watching movies. That is my specialty.
Oh, okay.
So I think you may find this. You know, there's this nightlife also in Ghana. Like if you go to Osu in the night, you know that's what I'm saying. Like in our hearts, there are some who wish to be nights, like, but then because of society structure and things, you can't really be a night person, whether you like it or not.
As Derek said, your mom will think you are a scammer. So Priscilla also said, I'm a bit of awe. Okay, Priscilla is also saying, but for some of us, I don't know. You have to sleep late and wake up early. Yeah, you have to. You know, I was telling you that for this whole week I've not been able to do the devotion.
Yeah, the morning devotion.
But my eyes get open at that particular time that I'm supposed to wake up. For
the morning devotion.
My eyes are opened. It doesn't matter if I sleep at 2, 3, 4. My eyes.
Oh, good open. For you. So good for you.
It's not too good. It's too stressful.
It's good in a way, but you know, if you're able to sleep like the way I'm able to sleep, I think if you open your eyes at 4, you just go back to sleep again. But then if you sleep the way I sleep, the 4 would, like, it will be 4, an alarm would blow. You realize that you are waking up like at 9 a.m. because you slept at 2.
At 2. And okay, and I think for some people, the moment they hit the bed, they are gone.
I think I'm one of those people.
Well, when you stress yourself within the day, you develop that thing. All right, so share yours with us. And we have Miss Aqua being both. We have Priscilla being both.
Everyone in Ghana is both.
Society will push you to. You don't have a choice.
Exactly.
All right, so today we're talking about the sleep schedule. Where do you find yourself? Are you both? Are you a night or you are an early riser? Tell us about it, okay? That is why we're here.
You know, there's something interesting I've just seen here.
Okay.
This says that given that lags are generally more compliant and conformers than O's, it comes as little shock to learn that evening types seem to be worse procrastinators. A 1997 study led by a veteran delay research Joseph Ferrari, sir, found that procrastinators call themselves night people. So this is just basically trying to say that those who wake up early procrastinate less, and then those who those are the night owls procrastinate more. What do you think of this study? Do you agree to it, or you
I think if you procrastinate, if you like procrastinating, okay, you're supposed to do that and you push it. You find out that, Charlie, I'm out of time, so I have to sacrifice my sleep for this. And so you have no choice. So for them, they don't have any choice. They have to. It's just like the students. You put it on yourself, so enjoy it. so the whole week, one funny thing is this, okay? The whole week I had to work and send my reports. Okay, we go to work every Thursday to send reports.
Okay.
But because within the week I was not feeling well, I did not touch any work. And then Thursday came, and I'm supposed to submit reports. And I'm looking around. What have I done? It's time to go to the office. So I went to the office. All right.
Without your report?
Yeah. And my boss says, I'm still waiting on your report, but I heard you are not feeling well. So let's discuss it off head. If you remember, let's discuss off head, and then you send your report. And I said, thanks be to God. So I had to recall everything. Things I've not done. I know I've not done it, but I will have to stay night and do it.
Yeah.
And I've not still done it.
Exactly.
The reports are still not gone yet. But I've completed my dosage today, so hopefully.
But I think I also in a way agree to them, because night owls, they know that they'll definitely be able to stay awake during the night, so they don't really need to force themselves throughout the day with the noise and everything. They'll rather wait when everyone is asleep. So I feel like I'm forced to be like an early riser. Even with that car, I struggle with waking up early that one day, because I don't even sleep that early to begin with. So I believe since majority of our listeners are both, they can actually agree to an extent that our surroundings and then our lifestyle has forced us to be both night owls and then early risers at the same time, which is quite okay, or I think is good, because it means wherever you find yourself, you'd be able to adapt easily. So our society has helped us to adapt easily. So if you're an early riser, I know that there are some people who would be like early risers only. About 9, I hit 9, like Obeda.
Yeah.
And then if it's 5, 4, obenyane. Boarding house cry, no not about way cry, say young koda. Siesta. And then like those kind of things. About 4:30, see nyane young koda, like so. Basically, it's kind of, it helps you to, it grooms you as a person to become a more and much better person. So whether you are a night owl or an early riser, or you are both like me and then most of the listeners we have there, I think you should just know how to balance. I hope the fact that you're a night owl doesn't affect your daily life, and then if you want to change your work because of your sleep schedule, why not? You can give it a try. I mean, all those motivational speakers plus those rich people who claim to be early risers or who are early risers because of the way they are successful, and then they have the opportunity to become early risers, like, don't stress yourself about those kind of things, you know. All right. I just sounded like a motivational speaker.
You are one. You are one. All right. So we're wrapping up the show like that. And so we want to say a very big thank you to all of you for tuning in. What do you think about all these? Where do you fall? A number of us are saying both. But I think naturally you'll be one, but society will push you to be both. The other. So it depends on where you find yourself. Even
there's some research, people conduct some research that says that if you're 9 old, you have a risk of dying earlier as compared to like an early riser. I'm like, and then they use this correlation, this strange and weird correlation, to say that the fact that you're 9 old, I'm like, really?
Oh my God. All right, so this where we end it all is getting interesting, but I don't know why I mentioned dream, but I think one of these days we should talk about dreams. And so, Derek, we thank you for your comment. Eunice, we thank you. Miss Aqua, we thank you. Priscilla, we thank you. I think we've exhausted our time. It is Tell Me About It with Esi K. Do you have a sleep schedule? All right, so it is good. If because of your network you are unable to send your comment, you can still keep your comment in the comment section of the video, okay? And we will tackle them the next time you come. So Eunice is saying, great show, keep it up, Esi.
Thank you.
So Esi, thank you for also tuning in. All right.
Did you just hear what you just said? You just thanked me for tuning in.
No, it's Eunice. All right, so